All right, Coach, another really hard-fought game, really quiet offensive day, but you come through in the clutch late when you need to. I guess what were your overall thoughts?
Well, like I said on radio, the return of Ben was not necessarily the offensive boost we hoped for. No, listen, all the credit to their guy. I mean, my goodness, it felt like early on, we grinded him. If I'm remembering right, in the first, when we got the bases loaded, we drew some walks. It looked like we were seeing things well. And I think it was like 26 pitches, when they got, I think, waxed the ground out to short or whatever. And then we grinded in the second, and then it's just like he flipped script. The breaking ball got tighter. He used the fastball in levels that we couldn't pull the trigger adequately. And then confidence gets going. And this guy's been good all year, but like confidence is a funny thing when you get rolling. I mean, you saw the same thing with Edders when two starters are getting after it, which I mean in this day and age is actually kind of a rarity, seeing both starters, I guess, both went into the 8th inning. So really good job. Fortunately, we took our walks there late, and then we had the one big swing from Brooks and great base running on the backside of it. And then we handled the rock in the last inning. JD made a couple of really quality pitches when it was winning time. And, Trojans win.
Speaking about Edders Day, of course, the last couple of series, he's been a little rough on Saturdays, but then today he looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought last Saturday against Coastal with the 9 punchies and 6, I thought he was good, but I know he had the one before against Louisiana where it just wasn't as good as it can be. But I thought today was like kind of the breakout, right? It's been like good, okay, good, and then I thought today was his best outing, just in terms of just total execution. And what's crazy is really the 2 pitches that he threw that, pitching coach guy goes, "Ooh, those are bad pitches." He paid for it, which is the unfortunate part about baseball, because my goodness, I think he executed maybe 90% of his pitches the way he wanted, or threw it in the zones he wanted. So to get 2 home runs, 1 to left and 1 to right on 2 of his not good pitches is just the unfortunate part about baseball, but it's also what good explosive hitters do, and that's what those guys did. But really good job from him, and let's be honest, we needed it. And I think when you have a starter go that deep, this is just an opinion, but I think it provides the team a little bit of comfort. You're like, hey, our guy's still going out there, we're down 2-1 or 3-1, but I'm still in attack, I'm still getting after it, everybody feels okay. That's not to disparage any reliever on our team or in the country, but if there's just a feel when your guy's been out there, we go to the 8th inning, he was at 76 pitches. The first pitch of the 8th is pitch 77. Like, he's not deep in there, and so he's feeling good and doing his thing. And this is one of those games you needed that. And really proud of the guys for staying together, staying connected on a day where we really got owned most of it, but we needed one big rally, and we got it.
And when you have your starter go 7 1/3 on Saturday, it certainly feels like maybe you have a fresher bullpen going into that series finale.
I hope so. Hopefully the freshness equals execution, I think sometimes that's the only fear you find in these guys as the season goes. We hit the halfway mark of regular season baseball today. They should be good to go, and my challenge to them is make sure you execute your pitches accordingly. You're fresh. There's no excuses. You better, come out and be really, really good, really, really sharp, and, get after it at 12:05 tomorrow.
Brooks was struggling a little bit this series, but then one big swing later, we win the game. So what do you think about his approach?
Obviously, he had his struggles. I don't think that's a secret in the beginning of this series, but it's amazing the way baseball works. It gives you an opportunity to rectify your errors, or to have one swing turn to 5 or 10 or 15 great swings. That's my hope for Brooks. But in the end, he always can smell blood when it's RBI time, and that's what he did there. And off the bat, you're not sure, is it going to be, a 2-run single? Is it going to gap? Is he going to dive for? You don't really know off the bat totally by us being on that side angle. But for him to get, 3 RBI triple, certainly him getting a triple that's an exciting thing in itself. But it's just, that's the one thing. He's got a unique ability when it's RBI time to make it happen. And so really proud of him and what he did right there. And hopefully it can parlay him to more success tomorrow and beyond.
Appreciate it. I know I'll start with you. Just a really strong start. You were really pounding the strike zone well tonight. I guess what was working for you?
Well, kind of a 2-pitch guy the whole day, except for that one changeup I threw. We won't talk about that. Got the slider going early, got him guessing, and we just kind of started mixing from there. And yeah.
And Brooks, you were behind the plate with him. You've been behind the plate with him all season. I guess what's he been like to work with?
I mean, he's a stud. He's awesome, man. He's had a few little rough outings here and there too, and we've kind of talked through it. But man, he was awesome tonight. That's the kind of pitcher we know he can be, and he knows he needs to be that way for us to be the team we can be.
Brooks, we know what you do, just getting RBIs. You come through in another clutch situation in a full count, I believe. I guess just what was that at bat like battling against, a submarine type pitcher?
Oh, I know. It's definitely weird at first. You just got to kind of see it up, even though I've been swinging at some pitches up a little bit that I shouldn't swing at. But on a guy like that with a sinker, you got to see it up and you got to get your pitch. And with him kind of throwing a lot of balls, you got to make sure it is in your zone, and you just attack the zone and attack him and see what happens.
No, you've been a guy throughout your entire career, even at your previous school, where you've been able to go deep into ball games. Like, what makes you be able to do that?
I just try to get as many outs as I can, and I got a great coaching staff behind me, and I got a really good catcher right here with me too, so he keeps me locked in and focused. And it's just a constant reminder throughout the whole game, like, hey, stay focused on just getting outs. I have a good support system that keeps me focused.
Kind of a question for both of you. How can you kind of keep that momentum going into tomorrow and try to pick up a sweep?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's obviously a big win. I mean, in the Sun Belt, any team can come get you whenever you want. We got to lock in. We just got to make sure we keep on grinding our bats, grinding the pitchers, grinding their pitches. Just like Noah did today. I mean, he had one bad pitch that happened, but he dominated the day, and we knew we were confident in him, and we kind of used that when we went to hit as confidence, as we know he pitched his butt off, and we got to hit our butt off kind of thing.
100%. I think attacking and confidence, that's the key. That's how Troy does well, and that's how Troy wins baseball games. So if we can be attacking tomorrow and confident in the box, we'll be good.
Appreciate y'all.